Alright, so I got this thing unloaded and it freaking runs, guys. There's definitely something not happy with this engine, and I didn't see it last night. Again, guys, when I loaded this thing, it was pouring rain and it was freaking dark as crap. And shout out to bro watches the videos. Shout out to him for selling me the car, but it was like virtually no light out there, and I just wanted to get this thing loaded up, so I didn't vlog any of that. But yeah, super cool guy. I also got to use my winch on the trailer for the first time. That was freaking awesome. It worked flawlessly, which it should, because it's a 12,000 pound winch, and this is like the lightest car ever to be pulling with that winch, but it drug it right on up there, no problem. So that was cool. Car overall isn't it bad. You can see it's like sludge. He says the engine grenaded and put this greasy stuff all over the front of the car. I don't know how it gets on the outside if the engine, like the hood, is closed. I don't know, but anyway, that stuff is only on the front. It's not really on the rest of the car. The rest of the car looks pretty freaking sweet, honestly. A lot better shape than the other one we have over here. So again, this is some of the reason why I wanted to get this thing for the K-swap. So yeah, you can see it's pretty clean on the outside. A pressure washer is going to do this thing a huge justice. Also, the interior is pretty freaking clean. All the door panels are here. You can see the one for the driver door is sitting in the back there. He took all of this stuff out and unfortunately broke this piece because he said he wanted the radio sunroof. It's an EX, of course. But yeah, everything else is pretty much in here. Seats look pretty decent, good detail to fix all of that. Dang, the thing says it's got 169,000 miles on it. So if that's accurate, that'd be freaking sweet. What I did notice though, first thing when I got ready to jump this thing off today, was it actually is not a Y8, which is what should be in this car. It's supposed to be a complete Y8 VTEC motor. But looking at the block, this is a Y7 block. So I'm guessing when the first block blew up or whatever, I'm guessing maybe they used the Y8 head on a Y7 block and just put the engine together. And honestly, guys, I'm kind of thinking that that might be what this knocking noise is. Maybe either something's off in timing wise, or maybe something is not cooperating with the head and the block, because it sounds like this weird tapping noise up near the top mostly. So it could be something like a valve interference, because it might be off a tooth on timing or something. It could be any type of random crap. So what I'm thinking is maybe before we pull it, we try to mess with it a little bit, maybe get Jeff up here and see if we can make sure everything's timed. Another thing, it's got about 1.5 quarts too much oil in this thing. So I don't know if that's hurting anything or not. I don't think it's good for the engine to have too much oil, but who am I don't know. But anyway, you can see just how clean this head is. Like, it's definitely been off, because the engine block is a totally different color. As you can see, the head is like a lighter color, like it's been hot tanked or something. I'm not too sure the complete story behind this whole setup, but again, we got it mainly for the body. If we can save this engine and use it for something else, but that'll just add to the list of stuff that we got to do. Guys, before I continue with this video, I just wanted to let y'all know that I apologize for this video not being exactly what I wanted it to be. But unfortunately, man, I've been working on stuff the whole weekend and trying to get stuff done. So I haven't touched this car since the last clip y'all saw of me getting off the trailer and stuff. And it's already like going on 3 o'clock on Sunday. So you can see the sun is already setting behind me. So we're pretty screwed on doing anything right now to this thing. But nonetheless, just to give y'all a little rundown of what I've been working on. Nisha's Tahoe is reading a little bit low on oil pressure. I don't know nothing about the 5.3s and how much they're supposed to have. All I can say is when we bought the truck, it was reading really, really good. Like, I'm talking at idle, it was like 25 PSI, and on cruising, it was at like 40. Well, now it's reading around 30-ish cruising and about 18. It seemed like it fluctuates between like 16 and 18, maybe 19 on idle. So I don't know if that's normal or what, but what I've done, I went ahead and done Royal Purple in it because that's the brand I trust in Rambo. So we got Royal Purple in it. We got a new filter. I went ahead and changed the oil pressure sending unit and the screen that's in the oil, that below the oil pressure sending unit. I just finished that up, drove it, and it seems like it's doing the same thing. Once it gets all the way up to operating temperature, it's just like, it just runs around 30. If you go up to like 2500, it'll go to like 35-ish, but just like on cruise, like 1500, 1000, it'd be like 30-ish, like maybe 28 to 30 pounds, and then idle, it'd be like between 16, 17, 18-ish, something like that. Like it almost be like 20, but it drops like a little bit below that, so I'm guessing like 18-ish, 17-ish, I don't know. But yeah, it just fluctuates like that from idle to driving, and I'm not used to that. She's not used to it, so I've been doing like little stuff to try to make sure the truck's good, but honestly, I just don't know, guys. I look online, some people say they can run as low as 10 PSI idle and like 30 driving. I don't know, so I'm confused, but for now, I'm gonna just call that good and move on, because I can't keep messing with it. And I know, like from reading around, it's not the O-ring, because the O-ring stuff seems to like flatline the oil pressure. Like you'll just get basically like no oil pressure at all, and that thing still builds pressure. It's just, I don't know, it just seems like it's not as strong as it should be or something. Also, I did a starter on Nisha's mama's 07 Accord, so that I did that yesterday too. So yeah, I just haven't had the time, guys. But right now what I want to do is try to start this thing up for y'all, let you hear the motor noises, see what y'all think, man, before I close this video out, because I know I didn't get a lot of footage, but I honestly feel like a big help would be getting something out there for y'all to try to dissect what might be wrong with this engine. I mean, okay, so I know y'all had to have heard that a little bit. That's definitely not in the block. That's definitely, something is wrong with this head. Something is definitely wrong with this head. I don't know if it needs valve lash adjusting. I don't know. I need to probably pull spark plugs, see if it doesn't beat the end of the spark plug off. I don't know, guys, but that's definitely not that block that's doing it. And the thing that's got me raising suspicion is they did the Y8 head onto the Y7 block. And I haven't read into that type of stuff, but I don't know if it's a certain way. I don't know if it's a certain way that you're supposed to do that or not. But something is up with this head, man. Guys, look at this head. Like, it is freaking clean as crap. It is clean as crap. Get that little bit of stuff out of there. But yeah, that joker is brand new. Like, this thing has not been ran on this head. Crazy. Now, check this out though. Head brand new. Look at these spark plugs. God almighty. Do y'all zoom in? I mean, focus. Look at those spark plugs, guys. Oh my God. Here go the other two. Bro, they are cooked. Jesus, I can't believe this thing even starts. That's crazy, bro. I think I'm gonna turn it over without the plugs in there, see if anything comes out. Whew, a little oily out this bitch. Guys, what I learned is if I rev it over, I think it was about 2,500, the oil light would actually cut off. So I don't know if this is just not getting any oil pressure or what. I'm also curious to know that if my smoking is coming from the fact that this car has about 2 quarts too much oil in it. So I don't know if that might be why it's smoking so bad. Maybe it's just overloading the pistons and stuff. I don't know, like maybe it's just too much oil and it can't drain properly or something. But yeah, man, that tap is definitely, man, it's in the head most likely, man, for sure. It's definitely not the block. So if anything push comes to shove, I think I could just pull this head and do something else. I don't know if it's whoever rebuilt it or redid whatever they did, maybe done something wrong. Again, I don't know if the timing's off. I didn't pull that cover yet. Need to do that. Again, I know with like B20 VTEX, and I want to say something with the G swaps when you do like a F block with a H head. I want to say there are galleries that you have to plug and unplug whatever to make the oil flow to the head properly. And I don't know if it's something like that with the D Series 2 or not, because again, I've never attempted this kind of setup before, but it's really cool, man. Honestly, I wouldn't mind playing with it a little bit before we do the K in it, if I could figure out why it's got that bad tick in the head. So push comes to shove, man, if I really have to, we'll just have to pull the head again and double check everything, guys, because believe it or not, I've pulled the head off of D-Series before and did a head gasket, so I know that these things aren't that bad to pull off, so might do that. What are you guys thinking? Let me know, have you ever heard this sound before, and what was it for you? Like if you ever diagnosed something like this and figured out it was this or that. Drop comments down below what y'all think that noise could be, because it's definitely up in the head. I know it's hard to tell when you're watching a video or something, but it's definitely, whatever that noise is, it's up top, and it's more like a like, you know, a ride knocker is clack clack clack, but it's more like a ticking. So I don't know yet, but we'll probably dive more into this thing hopefully maybe during the week. I need to make a little more space. I need to start throwing some stuff out of the shop, which I still haven't had time to do that yet. So I don't know if I want to stick this in there just yet, but as long as we keep having some decent days, man, we can play with it a little bit outside and try to figure something out. That's pretty much, I guess, gonna be it. Crazy. Got 2 pieces of junk now. Again, guys, this is supposed to be the K car that we just picked up. This is supposed to be the F2B turbo car right here. This is pretty much where I'm gonna wrap this video up at. I gotta get some organization going and see if I can figure out my next plan of attack. Again, this car I'm piddling with because the D series is in there and it does start, but this is not supposed to be our next big project. Our next big project is actually supposed to be this car. So as soon as I get that transmission and I was supposed to get those axles and half shaft and shift linkage today from Mark, but again, I just been so backed up, guys. I think honestly what I'm gonna do is take this Friday coming up off. Hopefully I can go get some stuff done, man, that I need to get done and get closer, because all I need is that shift linkage and those axles and half shaft, and then I just need that transmission. Once I get the transmission, we can then go ahead, pull this thing down, get the motor, which is that F23 back there, broke down, probably do a timing belt water pump on it just to try to make it survive. And then from there we can bolt the H2B kit up from Maxpeedingrods to the B series transmission, slap that in the car. And again, I do need some interior pieces, but we'll worry about that stuff at a later date. We don't need any of that to really get the motor in and hear this thing fire. But in the meantime, I'll just keep looking, try to get just a pair of seats for now. If I can find them seats, that'll do it. That way we can at least drive the thing, and from there we can get the little bezel pieces and stuff like that at a later date. Like, none of that is required for us to get this thing up and ripping. Appreciate everybody for supporting. Like the video if you're excited for what's to come, and make sure you subscribe if you're new. I will catch y'all next time. Remember, respect our views. Peace out.